Well, I'm here to review step number 13 of the 67 steps. I'm reviewing each one of these and just reteaching the main points of each lesson just to hopefully help you, anyone watching this, but really it's self-serving mostly because reteaching what I learned in the lesson forces me to really think about it and make sure that I understand it in a level that I can put it into my own words. So in a previous totally separate program, Ty explained that the best way to retain information from the books you're reading or videos you're seeing or people you've met is to reteach the ideas, if nothing else, just with your phone or your camera, and it's amazingly effective. But before I hop into the review of this particular lesson, I just wanted to show you how I access these lessons. Of course, these are all through Ty Lopez and his website, tylopez.com, which we're going to go there right now. And you'll look right here and you'll see that first thing you do is sign on and enter your username and password, and then it will immediately bring you down. His website is pretty straightforward. You know, there's programs that you purchase and you can access, and that's what the website is entirely. So you click on here, it will take you to the purchase programs that you can see right over here, and we'll scroll down to the 67 steps. Click that, and that will take you to all of the 67 steps. They're all, of course, in video format. One thing I like about his website, not only are these videos able to be watched on either your phone or a laptop, of course, but he actually converted each one to an MP3 audio file so that you can download them and listen to them when you're out and about or don't have internet access or exercising or something like that. So I'm listening to these a lot because of that mobility. But we're going to scroll down here and see the scroll down to number 13. You'll see all these other lessons that we've already gone over, and here we are. Step number 13, the Amish vacation: tap dancing to work and avoiding what you love. How to set up your life so that your work is your vacation. And basically this whole lesson was kind of an extension of the previous lesson, which was called Your Eulerian Destiny. And this one's really a way of checking if you picked the right Eulerian destiny, so to speak. And it's based around the idea of, have you structured your life around a vacation mentality or enjoying your work mentality? Which of those two have you set up your life to be like? And because Joel Salatin likes to say, if you need a vacation from your job, you should never go back. And I really like that because I've never heard that expression before, and I've certainly had jobs where I hated the job, you didn't get paid much, I didn't really like the people I work with, and I just couldn't wait to leave. And that's a miserable way to be. You make yourself miserable, you make the world miserable, and the world's better off when everyone succeeds. So Ty talks about how in his early 20s he lived with the Amish in Ohio, and he was milking some cows with a guy named Dave. And he asked him, Dave, when was the last time you took a vacation? And Dave had to think about it for a second. He said, Ty, I haven't taken a vacation in 40 years. And that's certainly unusual, but the reason that a lot of that happens perhaps is because the Amish have the integrated life. They try to structure their whole life Monday through Sunday that it's enjoyable. Health, wealth, love, and happiness are all interconnected. So they're not like, oh, I hate this job, but I like my weekends off. Ty says you should structure your whole life so that every day feels like a 8 out of 10 at least, or every day feels like Friday. But we also learned that in the book Gun, Germs, and Steel, author Jared Diamond noticed that the Amish seem to only have 1/5 of the rate of depression of non-Amish people. So that's interesting, and this points out to why that is. And you know, when people say you need a vacation, if you need a vacation from your job, you should never go back. A lot of times people will also say things like, although that is true, a lot of people will say things like, you should do what you love. But we actually learned, I actually think that that's not true. And we learned from Ty's first mentor, Alan Nation, he said, Ty, you shouldn't do what you love, you should do what you like. Because if you do what you love or do what you lust after, unfortunately, the lust can wear off quick. And you should also do things that you have a lot of curiosity in. Do things that even when you're not being paid, you still want to learn more about. And the question is, if you're not doing what you like, why aren't you? And remember too that this means that you should probably have to tweak something, but you don't necessarily have to get an entirely new job. Maybe you just have to change the position, or maybe time of day that you're working, but it's really about just making minor tweaks. And one way to determine if you're doing what you like is, are you like Warren Buffett? Do you tap dance out of bed? Do you tap dance to work, or do you dread it? If you dread it, then that's clearly a sign that you should pivot and move on, because life is short, and it's even shorter than you think, and you really don't want to, like Ty says, wait for the future, and you don't want to wait for luck to just fall upon you. You want to try to run experiments. And again, we want to avoid the kind of entrepreneur mentality of chasing every new shiny object. You know, there's really no great tragedy in someone else's successes. So doesn't matter that you didn't invent the next Twitter. It doesn't matter that you didn't invent the next Facebook. It doesn't matter that you didn't create the new Netflix. Focus on your Eulerian destiny. What did you grow up around? What have you been doing for the last 10 years? What can you talk about effortlessly? And what do strangers compliment you on? And what did you want to do when you were 14 years old? Because you're a lot more likely to be successful in your unique signature strength than you are just chasing something that you're not really interested. You're just interested in the result of it. And so the question is, are you tap dancing out of bed, or are you dreading the alarm clock? Dreading is a sign that you need to change. And one other thing I learned in a previous lesson from Todd, not a previous lesson, but another program, is there's this book called Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, and you want to do things that put you in the flow state. You can substitute the word flow for in the zone, focused, centered, but whether or not you're in flow is determined by how often you look at your watch. You know, if you have a job where you work 8 or 9 hours and the entire time you're looking at your watch, determining when it's time to leave, that's not being in flow. Being in flow is when the whole day passes by in what feels like a minute or two. And so I'm always asking myself, am I in flow? And Ty's questions that conclude this lesson are, number 1, have you been in a vacation mindset? In the past month, have you been excited to jump out of bed? And number 3, are you in danger of pursuing something that you lust after? Thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next lesson of the 67 Steps. Take care.